Yay! We did it, guys. We did it. We stopped the evil rays and we made a new friend. Fantastic. I'm just gonna... I don't think there's anything actually here to pick up. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright, there's nothing there. So there's no point going through all of that. We can just make our way back to town. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try and find the... There was like a caravan in here from memory. So if we can get the caravan, yes. Here we go. If we can get the caravan, we don't have to worry about like the geyser stuff. Welcome to our burrow. Beeline burrow. Here we go. And then they got the caravan on the side. Oh my god. The way you get dumped like that is very amusing. Very amusing. I will always enjoy the way that your character just gets turfed there as if they carded, you know? Very cool. Alright. Oh, the village chief is there. Man, you know what? You can fast travel literally anywhere by opening a big map and going to the caravan menu. Yes, that is true. That is true. It was explained to him last stream. Surely he hasn't forgotten. No, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. I don't know what you're talking. I didn't forget, guys. I didn't forget. No, surely I didn't forget. It was all planned. Okay. It was all planned.
Okay, there we go.
It was all intentional.
There we go.
It was all intentional.
Let's get back into there. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. So, let me explain what happened right there. So, what happened essentially was that I run a program called Voice Mod, and then I run my microphone's audio through that program. And the reason why I do that is because it gives me the capacity to like modulate my voice and all of that sort of thing. There were some effects. There were some effects that I had linked to it, but I don't really do them all that often. But I still have it. I still have my microphone audio linked through Voice Mod as like a sort of force of habit. And so what happened was that the program started updating. So it didn't open properly. And once I started talking, like the software was like, oh, we don't recognize because we don't have the program open. Therefore, everything that you've been trying to say is not transmitted over OBS. So, thanks for coming, Tooru. Have fun with that. But I was able to update the program. I was able to get it open. And, I'm here talking with you right now. Maybe I should try playing again, but Endwalker is coming out soon. Okay, Crazy Fox. Welcome, by the way. Hopefully you're having a nice evening. So, I take it that you are an active player of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. The critically acclaimed MMO that has a free trial up to level 60, including the Heavensward expansion. Very nice, very nice. I actually do have, I do know quite a few people who do play Final Fantasy XIV, and I do have to admit that it is like the common MMO to really get into right now. And so, like, for example, I'm talking about Guild Wars 2, I'm playing Guild Wars 2. I know that of my various social groups, the majority of people who do play MMOs would be playing Final Fantasy XIV. And so, it's like you can juggle multiple games at the same time. And I think that Guild Wars 2 sort of encourages this as well. Because I have talked in the past, right? I have talked in the past about how... it's very easy. It's very easy to reach like the game's ultimate item power level. And so the end game ends up being more about satisfaction and ends up being more about fashion and skins. So an in-joke in the community is that instead of Guild Wars 2, because, guilds aren't really that important in Guild Wars 2, it's actually Fashion Wars 2, right? Because you spend the majority of your time playing, especially with endgame, just to find yourself nice skins, just to find yourself nice looking weapons, just to, get yourself nice looking expensive, translucent dyes and become this sort of glowing abomination that draws all the attention once you step onto a map. That's the end game. of Guild Wars 2. Look, the end game of Final Fantasy 14 is outfits, weapons, and housing. I see. So it's not too different with Final Fantasy 14, right? Like, I have a few friends that play Final Fantasy 14, and they're like doing like raid progression and that sort of thing. So I must assume that, you know, you've already like done a lot of all of that progression already, Crazy Fox, and you're at a point where, you know, you're just like collecting skins, and, you know, you're doing the achievements, and you're just filling out, you know, the looks of your character. I have a level 80 elements that have been left on their own for quite a while. The Elementalist. Yes. Elementalist is a pretty cool class, actually. I think that of the classes, right, in Guild Wars 2, one thing that I do like about the Elementalist is that the way in which it functions in terms of like PvE, I guess, does not function quite similarly to a lot of how like the mage class works in a lot of other games. So, you know, like the mage class is typically, you know, you stand still, you know, and then you cast your spells from a distance, and all of that sort of thing. And that's pretty cool. I think that if you're into that class fantasy, that's pretty cool. But in Guild Wars 2, the way I've seen Elementals played, at least in the last few years, is very in your face, is very melee oriented, is very focused on like quick reactions and like a fast rotation and that sort of thing. It's like quick casting, you know, it's like that kind of idea where, like, you know, you chain together parts of like a spell, and then you weave through your attunements in order to get the most damage out of it. And I really do enjoy that sort of take on the traditional class fantasy of, like, you know, the mage kind of character. So I do think Elementalist is pretty fun. There's like a lot about the class that I don't personally like. So my temperature, guys, my temperature. My IQ, rather. My IQ is room temperature, okay? So my IQ is very, very low. And oftentimes when I play, I have the air conditioning on. So my IQ is even lower in those scenarios. My IQ does not go above, you know, 20. Let's put it that way. So to play a class like Elementalist is sort of difficult for me because it requires a lot of active, like, you know, it requires a lot of like active dodging. It requires a lot of active like mechanics handling, and it requires a fast and smooth rotation, all of which are things, you know, so things that I'm not 100% great at, you know? Like, I do play some classes, or I have played some classes in the past, rather, that do sort of require a pretty nice looping rotation. So, like, I really enjoy, like, the engineer type class, like the technical type of class. So I do have fun with those sorts of classes, right? And there is a certain level of finesse that's required to be able to play those properly, especially if you go for like a Condi build. But with regards to the Elementalist, I do find it difficult just because of, you know, how everything sort of needs to line up perfectly in order for you to do your best. And I'm not someone who really puts myself in the best position for that kind of, you know, damage, that kind of rotation. So I'd struggle on Elementalist. I have to be honest. I do what I want to do. I'm currently going back to do the level 50 long relic weapon grind in Final Fantasy 14 just for a really good weapon skin. You know what, Crazy Fox? It's like I do agree. Like that's not a bad use of your time, because once you reach a certain level, not just in the game, but once you reach a certain level of skill and experience and, you know, achievement in that, you know, in MMOs in general, a lot of it just does come down to aesthetics. A lot of it just comes down to how you want to use your time. And if you want to use your time, you're like collecting cool weapon skins so that once you get, you know, or once you're on your main character, rather, and then you can fully deck them out in like transmogs, or if you have like special armor skins and that sort of thing. I think that really is kind of like, that's kind of like the apex of MMO gaming, right? Because the entire point, well, it's not the entire point, right? Because there's also the element of challenge. There's also the element of you know, achievement and that sort of thing. But when it comes to MMOs, especially when it comes to endgame content, a lot of the motivation for people to try these sorts of hardcore game modes is the aesthetics, are the skins. Why? Because they're cool. They're difficult to obtain just by the nature of them. And so by having, you know, a lot of skins that are gated behind certain kinds of content, it gives people a reason and a motivation to actually handle those sorts of, you know, that kind of content. And I think that having a lot of that in a game past a certain point, like it's probably a good thing. Why? Because it gives people a reason to keep playing, you know. And you know, there's this idea that you can just keep playing with your friends and that sort of thing, but it speaks to different types of motivation, because I believe that, you know, even if you have fun playing with your friends, even if you have fun doing the content, at some point you have to have some sort of ironclad goal, some sort of ironclad motivation. Otherwise, it's difficult to self-motivate because you're playing a video game, right? You're playing a video game, and so one thing that you ask yourself is, why am I playing this game instead of any other game? And so the game itself really should give you a reason and a motivation to keep going. And weapon skins, armor skins, aesthetics, fashion, that sort of thing has been a very common tool that developers use to create that kind of motivation and desire to keep, you know, getting into it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I do enjoy it. I'm thinking of starting over again in Guild Wars as a Guardian. Okay. I like Guardian. I like the blue class, Crazy Fox. I do believe that of all the classes, Guardian is probably the most... I don't want to say most well balanced, because some Guild Wars veterans might get sort of mad at me for saying, oh, you think Guardian is balanced? You think Firebrand is balanced? What's wrong with you? No, but what I mean by that is that I feel like Guardian is perpetually powerful in the meta. So whether you play PvP, whether you play World v World, whether you play PvE, there will always be some kind of Guardian build that's relevant to the meta, that's desirable to play, that is, you know, structured in such a way, that is built in such a way that you are desirable to bring along in group content. And I think that that's really important, because if you're able to play with other people, if you're able to get into groups, then, you know, that's the other half of the motivation aspect, right? Because you have the extrinsic and the intrinsic motivation, and part of that comes from community, and I believe the other part of that comes from the game rewards. Yeah, normally I can only play MMOs with friends, but Final Fantasy XIV was really the first one that I found playing by myself. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think that, but in a game like Final Fantasy XIV, I think like it has a pretty strong, pug environment. I'm not 100% sure, because I don't play Final Fantasy XIV myself, but I do believe that it does have a fairly strong sort of pug scene. So even if you're not in like a static group or like a specific group or a guild or something like that, I do believe it is pretty easy to find groups to do stuff in Final Fantasy XIV. Whereas in Guild Wars 2, it's sort of like 50-50. Like, okay, Guild Wars 2 is not necessarily the most played game, you know, the most played MMO on Twitch. And that's fine, right? There's actually nothing wrong with that. And, you know, I don't think that, you know, being less played necessarily means that it's a dead game or whatever. But I do notice, and this is something that's probably going to be, you know, unless you actually play the game a whole lot, then you might not notice it. But I do feel that when it comes to endgame groups, when it comes to endgame grouping, rather, I do find that the NA servers, the North American servers, and the North American servers, for reference, the population in the NA servers usually include like Southeast Asia, like Oceania, and that sort of thing. I do find that the NA scene tends to have less sort of pug groups and more kind of like pre-made groups, the static groups as they're called in Guild Wars 2. So if you have a group of people that you already know, that you already group with, like your guildies, your friends, your comrades, your amigos, right? If you already have like a pre-existing group, then I think that your ability to sort of do stuff in Guild Wars is pretty good. But if you are unfortunately someone like me who has no friends, no, but if you exclusively try to pug in at least the NA servers with Guild Wars 2, if you want to only pug raids, if you only want to pug fractals to an extent, and even strikes, you may have a more difficult time than you would in some other games, or a more difficult time than you would have in like the European servers. Because I don't know, it's like a culture thing, I guess, right? Because I find in the NA servers, there's much more of a reliance, right? There's much more of a reliance on having pre-made groups. And if you have people who want to learn raids, if you want people who want to learn the content, they often get into like training groups, and there's like pre-organized groups. So I guess the culture would be revolving around a pre-organized group. Whereas in the European servers, there's a lot less of that. And what they tend to have is a more active pug scene. And so I think that, you know, in terms of like learning raids and all of that sort of thing, people just go into pugs on the EU servers, whereas on the NA servers, they tend to restrict themselves to like training raids where it's specifically organized that way. And I'm not sure, I don't know, I don't really have a point to all of this. I don't really know what it says about the different server cultures, but I do find it fascinating, guys. I really do find it fascinating that there actually is like a cultural difference between how EU approaches group content compared to how NA approaches group content. And I don't have a message, right? I don't have like a lesson to glean from this information and this observation, but you know, it's pretty cool. I do find it fascinating that there actually is a difference. And the difference is that NA trends towards more pre-made groups, whereas EU trends more towards pugging. Oh yeah, it's super easy to get into groups. There's a roulette system for higher levels that rewards them and matches up with people doing dungeons at any level. Final Fantasy XIV was designed to reward people for healing others and has pug built into it as some major core elements. That's really cool. That's really cool. I think that well, you know, like I don't have too much knowledge on Final Fantasy XIV, so I apologize, Crazy Fox. I'm relating everything. I'm relating everything in terms of how it, you know, my frame of reference is only Guild Wars 2, because if I have to be honest, Guild Wars 2 is like the only MMO that I've really put time into. It's the only MMO that I've really sort of learned, right? And so one thing I will say about Guild Wars 2 is that it was definitely not designed for the idea of like the instance group, or like the you know, the sort of like pre-made group or that sort of thing. Because if we take a look at how Guild Wars 2 was originally designed, a lot of it revolved around people grouping up through the open world without the use of parties and squads. Like even the concept of squads, right? That you use for World v World, that you use for raids, and that sort of, and strikes and that sort of thing. So these sorts of different game modes of content, a lot of that came after the launch of the game. Right? And it actually wasn't designed around the use of such things. It was designed more around the idea that there are these massive open world bosses and these sort of living world maps, and you group together with random people on the map because you're working towards the same goal, right? And it's this idea that, you know, you're not, you know, the game is not revolving around instanced content. It's not revolving around the idea of dungeons or raids. It revolves around the idea of like the open world. And I think that ArenaNet has had to sort of compromise on that original vision over the course of the game's development and the game's, you know, launch and all of that sort of thing. But it is cool to sort of like, you know, recognize that Guild Wars 2 does have certain things that it plays to, right? And because when it comes to like the open world metas, when it comes to the open world events and like the boss trains and that sort of thing, I think that it is really, really cool. I really do enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it. And I do think it is one of the better aspects of the game by far. I know it's nice to hear about other systems. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Crazy Fox. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that because, like, again, I only have a certain frame of reference when it comes to MMOs, but I do like it when like I hear about other games, and it's sort of interesting to see because Guild Wars 2 or ArenaNet in many ways tried to make an MMO that's like sort of different, that doesn't really match with the norms and that sort of thing. But it's interesting to see how they've had to sort of implement their ideas into like a greater framework that's more applicable to other MMORPGs. Because what happens is that if your game is too different, if your game is, you know, If your game is too different, if your game is too quote unquote unique, then it's not going to be relatable to a lot of people. And so you have to fall back on certain sort of design staples in order to capture people who play similar kinds of games. And so that like leads to like raids and like the squads and all of that sort of thing, or like the class systems, the class roles, and that sort of thing. It's fine. Half the fun of being in this chat is hearing the turtle talk about subjects they like. Thank you, Crazy Fox. Thank you so much. I actually do enjoy it. I actually do enjoy just talking about, ranting about certain things. I do find it fun. So I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoyed, Crazy Fox. But yeah, like I said, it's very interesting. And one reason why I do like the Heart of Thorns maps, and I actually will get to the game in a moment, but one of the reasons why I do like Heart of Thorns is because Heart of Thorns specifically, that expansion pack, is the sort of flashpoint that we see where ArenaNet really tries to like take traditional MMO ideas and then fit it into the framework of like this sort of quote unquote special snowflake unique MMO design that they have. Because we see in the base game, there's a lot of ideas in there, and then a lot of them sort of get abandoned, starting in the Heart of Thorns expansion onwards, and then other newer ideas sort of get introduced into the mix, and you have this sort of like synergistic experience that has a little bit of design elements from, pre-Heart of Thorns, and then, all of these design elements from post-Heart of Thorns, and a lot of them have to do with like standardizing the mechanics and the systems to be more in line with other MMOs. So that's one of the reasons why I do find Heart of Thorns specifically to be really interesting, because it's the sort of flashpoint where the game like most strongly has both elements, because they like, for example, like the elite specs that Heart of Thorns introduces, right? So before Heart of Thorns, a lot of the content was designed, like it was designed differently. Like it wasn't designed for the idea that players do mechanics and have class roles. Essentially what happened, like instance content beforehand, before Heart of Thorns came out, would be stuff like dungeons and things like that. And what people used to do then was just like create aside. Well, okay, so what people used to do was abuse bugs, abuse line of sight, right? And stack in the corner where enemies technically can't see them, and then burst them down with a small scale AoEs, right? so what people did was bug abuse, right? But it was this idea that the sort of dungeon meta did not revolve around class roles. It revolved around knowing the map and being able to do as much damage as possible, right? But then with the introduction of raids, which came with Heart of Thorns, then you started to have the idea of distinct class roles and synergy between the different classes to support each other and become greater than the sum of the whole. And so, I find that really, really, really fascinating, because it's the flashpoint upon which Guild Wars 2 starts to change and how it implements its ideas. But all right, let's get to the game. I've been ranting for a little while now. Wait. No everybody's gonna see. Wait, hello, hold on, give me just one moment. Yeah, it should be capturing Guild Wars 2. Everybody's gonna see that I'm taking my BGM from YouTube. Oh no. But all right, so where we left off, guys, Oh, turtle fact. All right. No worries. Thank you for the turtle fact, Redeem. Crazy Fox. Thank you for the turtle fact. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay. So. Oh my god. Okay. So, did you know in the Amazon, butterflies will actually drink the tears of turtles to provide necessary sodium in your diet? It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting, because it's the idea, like, in a way that you necessarily wouldn't expect. Like, it's the sort of idea that animals rely on each other for sustenance and nutrients and that sort of thing. But mostly, right? Mostly, you would think that when animals rely on each other for nutrients and sustenance, you're thinking about like animals eating each other, right? Animals eating each other. But no. In the Amazon, butterflies will actually drink the tears of the turtles to provide necessary sodium, because if you've watched any Pokemon stream that I've done, you would understand that, you know, as a turtle, I am a large producer of salt and sodium on this website. If you've seen me play any competitive game, if you've seen me play any Pokemon stream, you'll recognize that I am one of the world's leading manufacturers of salt and sodium. So definitely, if I lived in the Amazon, I think the butterflies would be all over my face. Oh no. Oh my goodness. But all right. Thank you for the redeem, Crazy Fox. Thank you for the redeem, Crazy Fox. That was your turtle fact. That was your turtle fact. Your tears give me sustenance, Tooru. Welcome to the stream, Jazaku. Welcome to the stream. Well, if you say that, Jazaku, then maybe you should recommend me to play a little bit more Pokemon, because I definitely, you know, I definitely get very salty and cry a lot in those streams. Little known fact, Tooru is a major contributor to salt in the ocean. Most definitely, Crazy Fox. Most definitely. Especially when I play competitive Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You think the table salt, you know, you think the table salt comes from a company, comes from somewhere else? No. It comes from my table. It comes from me, right? The table salt you eat on your food, that comes from me. All right. Thank you for the turtle factor, Dame Crazy Fox. I appreciate it. All right, let's get to the game, though. Let's get to the game. So when we left off, we were just doing a little bit of the story, right? And what we did at the end of the last Guild Wars 2 stream was we were trying to win the trust of the what are they called again? The Eternals. And we were essentially trying to get our way into the city and talk to these guys, the Forgotten, I think it was, and, you know, talk to them because they need our help in getting the egg. But we'll take a look at the view here. Oh my goodness, I think my ping is a little exalted. Thank you, Jazaka. See, I am a room temperature IQ turtle. And, you know, that's not a good thing because I'm cold-blooded, you know? Oh my goodness. But thank you, Jazaka, the Exalted. Exactly. It's a very nice view of the city. So I think I've mentioned this before, right? But the vistas, they don't necessarily provide anything except some, like, visual fluff. But I really do like how the game has stuck by having, you know, having vistas and sort of like displaying the area and that sort of thing. I think it's very, very cool. Didn't mean to do that. I think it's very, very cool. But let's continue on in the quest. So we need to speak with Wakessa. Seems like the meta event's gonna happen soon. Are you the one they refer to as Commander? Oh my god. I am.
Tarir thanks you for returning part of Glint's legacy to its rightful place.
Glint's legacy?
Your party was here while you were in the trials, but they felt an urgency to move on.
Oh.
They asked me to aid you.
So I guess we go and find our party now.
Said she left you something that will blow your mind. Due east of you.
Wait, I'm the little one too.
Head east. Thank you.
Okay, so we head east. And so wait, does the game actually need me to travel through here? Because I don't have the mastery for this. Yeah, I don't have the mastery for this. So I guess we go to Tangled Depths, but find a way to reunite with your team. Let's see if we can. I can't remember if we can do this naturally. We probably can. There should be like a pathway up. Maybe through here. Definitely there's. Oh my goodness, the vine tooth is gonna be annoying. I guess we're just gonna pass it. We're gonna pass all of these smoke scale vampires too. Ha! Nice try, guys. Nice try. Oh, okay. That's not gonna go well. I don't have a Springer though. I can't actually jump up there. I can't actually jump up there. Wait. Let's see if I can aim this a little bit. Because like if we can. Unfortunate. Wait. No. Ow. Hey, can I beat this vine tooth by myself? Oh my god, I probably can, can't I? because it's like attacking my jagged horror, and then you can just... Yeah, I mean, this is... Yeah. That should actually be enough. Okay, that's fine. That thing was easier than I thought it would be. Okay, so... I think the game wants... I can't remember, right? Because there is like a way... There probably is a way to here. But I'm not 100% sure how to get there. At least with like the different masteries that I have at the moment. Oh, maybe if I jump up through here. Maybe if I jump up through here. Probably if I jump up through here, right? The bouncing mushrooms. Pop. Game. Yeah. Bouncing mushrooms. So this is like a mastery. Like this is a movement mastery that you get after a certain amount of time. Thankfully, I do have enough mastery points to earn it. Because I think in the last stream, I didn't have enough mastery points to earn the bouncing mushrooms thing. So it's pretty good that we do have enough now. And so a lot of these, like, it's sort of weird. Sorry for being really back and forth, but it is sort of weird because a lot of the... Oh no. Oh wait, there's a whole bunch of people here. Let's just join everybody, right? Hello guys. I'm friends. Be friendly. Please, let's be friends. Wow, that died really quickly. But yeah, it's sort of weird because there's a lot of aspects, right? There's a lot of ways of movement here on the maps, but then they don't really extend past like these specific 4 maps, right? So you have, for example... Oh wow, that burst me down like heck. Oh wow, okay, that's whatever. Okay, thank you. Oh. Oh no, they got bursted down. Mushrooms are used a lot in Iceborne Saga. Ah, well I haven't done Iceborne Saga yet, Kazaku, so I'll need to go ahead and I'll need to give my thoughts once that happens, you know, once I get to it. But my general point was that like there's a lot of like elements in the game. It's like, oh, I guess if they reuse it for the Iceborne Saga, that's good. Oh my god, I keep getting hit by that AoEs. It's really my fault for like just planting myself. Can we tag this thing? It's 0. Oh yeah, okay, I am tagging it at least with my things. All right, thank you, friend. All this AoE, like the explosions, the AoE explosions are like demolishing me. But actually, it is a good thing that they, you know, that they do reuse them for the Iceborne Saga, because one sort of complaint, if you will, that I have about ArenaNet is that they have the unfortunate habit of introducing ideas and introducing mechanics and then just abandoning them for like some other new shiny. And I do think that like the way that they've handled gliding has been pretty good, and the way that they've handled mounts is really good. But you know, the mounts is like a Path of Fire thing, and I do think that you know, there are some elements of Heart of Thorns that they could handle a bit better. But the fact that you're saying that they actually do use them, let's just tag and go. I just want to pick up the waypoint. The fact that they do reuse them for the Iceborne Saga is pretty cool. Wait. I need to find a way to reunite with my team. But at the same time, I can't find... I mean, I guess we can just go there. I wonder if you get hurt by the poison mushrooms in here. Wait. No, this is back to where I was before. Alright. Cool. Like, I need to find the rest of my team. But me being a big dum-dum, I don't know where to go. And I'm sure that I will be able to find out where to go at some point. But I guess for the time being, we can just do this event, right? I mean, there's nothing... Oh, I'm debated. There's nothing really wrong with just, like, hanging out with everybody and doing the event, right? So, like, that's one of the cool things. Like, okay, I've talked extensively on how I enjoy the fact that Guild Wars 2 events are so open, like the open world stuff. And this is an example, right? Like, I don't know, maybe these guys are all in a squad. I'm pretty sure they might be. Let's see, Auric Basin. Yeah, there is actually. There is. Oh wait, that's north, alright. But the fact that, like, it's so easy to group up. Oh, okay, what a waste. It's so easy to group up and find, like, you know, cute. Okay, so this is the legendary Vine Tooth. So we're gonna do this because this is one where people do fail kind of often. So we're gonna get ourselves a flesh golem, and we're gonna get a we're gonna get ourselves spectral grasp. Let's go. Let's do some CC here. So there are a few things that we need to do here. Okay. Oh wow, he's gotten stuck on the terrain. That's something I wasn't expecting. Very nice. Very nice, alright. Let's burst the fuck out of this guy now. We need to burst him really, really bad.
A simple distortion and
Alright. Alright. Let's see if we can get him here. So this guy is like he's like one of the he's like one of the world bosses, and he's like he's kind of difficult to take out, right? Because the time actually we should be fine. We should be fine. I was gonna say, like, the time limit that we usually have for this kind of boss is like pretty tight. Ooh. Let's pick up this guy. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Usually the time limit for this guy is like you know, a little tight, and so what tends to happen is that people are unable to get him down in time, and part of the reason why people are unable to get him down in time is because they lack the CC, right? They lack CC, which will, like, break him and stun him temporarily, right? And so we can see there, so what is CC, right? What is CC? So in this game, there is something called the Defiance Bar, or like a break bar, is what it's commonly called. And so can you see, like, this sort of like these I thought I dodged that one. Can you see, like, the sort of like the chained metal links below the HP of the enemy? So what happens is that from time to time it will occasionally turn blue, and that represents a Defiance Bar. And then when that happens, you often have like a short window in order to do what's called break bar damage to him, or defiance damage. And so in order to do defiance damage to an enemy, you need to do something, you need to do skills that do CC, or crowd control. So you can see there, it's glowing blue now. So we need to, like, stack skills together that do something called crowd control. And we can see there, like, it's gone off and we weren't able to break the bar there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If we take a look at the time, we've got heaps of time. So, like, we're still going to get it, right? But in a lot of cases where there's not, like, an organized group, this tends to fail a decent amount because there is, like, a lack of CC, which means that the enemy won't get temporarily stunned. Because if you can bring down the blue bar all the way down to the end, what will happen is that the enemy, or that the monster, will get temporarily stunned. And during that time, it'll take more damage, and then you can sort of, like, burst down damage because it's not attacking you. It's not moving, and it's taking extra damage as well on top of that. So that's like a really, you know, opportune time to you know, really just smash it down. And so what often happens, especially in, like, the smaller and more unorganized groups in this area, right, is that they won't have the crowd control necessary to do, you know, the CC damage to break him. And then they won't have enough, like, DPS to be able to take him out. They won't have the DPS to be able to take him out before the time limit is up. Oh, thank you for the follow, Action Points. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're having a nice day. Hopefully you're having a nice day today. But yeah, what essentially happens is that people won't have enough damage to kill the monster, and they won't have enough damage to, they won't have enough CC, rather, to break the break bar and give themselves a better opportunity to take him out. Thankfully, there was... Okay, game. Wow! Where did he teleport from?
Informative as I would have hoped.
Okay. Let's just get rid of this guy first. Let's just get rid of this guy first. If the game doesn't want to cooperate with me, you know what? We'll make it cooperate with us. Right? There we go. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Why am I not bouncing? Why am I not bouncing? There we go. There we go. Ooh, a mastery point. Cool, let's commune with this place of power. And what this does for us is this will get us a mastery point, which is really, really nice. And we are really actually starting to stack on the mastery points, which is good. Because this will allow us to enable, HOT abilities, some of which can be really, really useful. Others of which, not that useful, but all of it does help us navigate the maps and navigate the story. So it's not like that, it's not like it's a bad thing. We need to find the next disc, rather, and it's actually back down here. So we're gonna go back down, and we're gonna hop in our mount to sort of like, to sort of soak up all the potential damage that we would be getting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, wait. I'm a pro Skyrim player. I can handle this. There we go. I have played Todd's game far too much to ever be flummoxed by, by terrain like that. I don't even remember the point I was making earlier. I was making some sort of point about like the vine tooth, right? Yeah, so like the CC and that kind of thing is really, really important. And I do think that, it's one of the failings of the game. It's not really a good thing to say, right? But it's like one of the failings of the game where there's not enough areas. Where the game's natural progression of content teaches you important mechanics, right? So stuff like, breaking Defiance bars or active dodging and that sort of thing. And then what happens is that when people make their way into like the modes of endgame content where all of these mechanics suddenly become very, very important, what tends to happen is that, people just get dropped, People get smacked. They get demolished. They get monstered by the content. And so it leaves a bad taste in your mouth because, for example, right, you've played the game a particular way. You have a tanky build. You have a very sustainable build. You don't do that much damage, but you never go down, right? And so for a lot of people, that's, that's a very viable way of playing because the majority of the content in the game doesn't really punish you for having tankier, self-sustaining builds. It doesn't punish you for playing in a very safe way, right? But then once you get to endgame content, the game is like, no, you're gonna get bopped for playing like this. How dare you try and focus on your own self-sustain? How dare you ignore the mechanics in favor of, in favor of healing yourself? And it's sort of like a dissonant kind of experience because you've been playing the game one way the entire time, and then all of a sudden the game goes, actually no, you've been playing it wrong, do it this way. And it puts a lot of people off, which is really, really unfortunate. But I do think that like ArenaNet, right, ever since the latest expansion, oh my god, that person got demolished. Oh no. Oh, rip, buddy. Oh no, well, hold on, let's see. Yeah, no, you're not raising him. That guy got absolutely wiped. Oh man, that dragon was lit, guys. Actually, hold on. I'm soul raping, so I'm full damagey. Oh wait, I'm in front of him. That's a BA. I was about to say. I'm like right in front of this guy. That's such a bad place to be. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh shit. No. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I was able to... Oh my god. All of these people, probably myself included, were like getting demolished right here. And so we actually need... Oh no, I don't like this. We need to find ourselves... We can see that it... Okay. CC. There we go. That's an example, guys. That's an example of CC done effectively. Do you see? Right? Like, we bursted this monster from like 40% all the way down to 0. Because we were able to CC him and stun him, which is very, very nice. Which is very, very nice. And we were able to complete this event. Funnily enough, the event actually I don't think has anything to do with what we're doing. But it speaks to the design where, you know, you're just messing around in the game. And the game finds ways for you to get involved with, like, the events going on the map. Which is really cool. Last disc is here. Or next disc is here, rather. Okay. Oh my god, I'm going down here. Wait. Alright. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Nice. Alright, we're able to get them down. Ooh. Cool. Backplate. And I'm pretty sure, like, the disc was, like, here somewhere. Here on the edge. Am I wrong? Oh, I am wrong. I am wrong. Down here, maybe? Here we go. Non-savage.
Who is that? Show yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Show
Be
yourself.
quiet.
What are you doing out here?
What are you doing out here?
Searching for a
No,
harvest.
you.
Looks like
No,
a giant
you.
Asura.
Oh, one of these majestic creatures took it up into that tree.
Oh, don't tell me I have to go back up now.
Majestic? Those things are horrific killers.
No, they're beautiful. My partner and I came out here to commune with them.
Wait.
They've accepted
This
me.
guy's like
I've even
a naked
hidden one.
non-madman
Sounds like a good way
in...
to get yourself killed.
Nonsense. Roy said they'd never.
Oh man, this guy's like a naked non-savage in the middle of a hostile jungle.
Where's
And
your
yet,
partner?
and yet, he can still find a partner.
Okay. Good luck
Oh.
with that.
That's so
Thanks for
unfortunate.
the info.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Oh no. Oh, okay. We need to find the next disc. And that's gonna happen like around here. Ah. Oh wow. This frog is not having a good day. Body is cold. Ugh. Body is cold and stiff. Wait, what? Did I hit something? Find the next disc. I mean, it should still be in this area, right? Or is it like... No, it's up. So it's like up there. Okay. Okay, let's try and find something up. I guess... Wait, do I have updrafts? It's all gliding. Updraft use. Yes, I do have updraft use. So, updraft is one of the masteries that you can get in this expansion. And so, we can... Oh my god, I dropped down way too quickly. Oh. I dropped down way too quickly. What I was gonna say is that these updrafts, right? They're ways for you to like extend and jump on your glider. But I unfortunately feel like the game is like, you know, you're supposed to come up here and then you're supposed to drop down, or maybe you're supposed to go up there, right? Maybe you're supposed to go up there. Because definitely it feels like I did not have enough verticality and I just pathetically dropped down. All right, so supposed to... Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, he's gonna go down. And so... Okay, the route is through here. You're supposed to go through the back of here, alright? Supposed to go through the back of here, and then get yourself into a really nice and cozy spot so that you can go ahead and glide up this updraft. Whee! There you go. And then you're here. Okay. Maybe I should have gone through another one, but we can do this one a lot easier now. Up, and then through here. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Oh, through the treetops. To the point where you can't see. And then you go up, and then where? And then where? I'm just gonna go grab this mastery, if I can. Mastery important. Very important. Ah! Yep, we got it. We got it. Whew. Very nice. Very nice. There we go. More accolades. How much achievement points do I have? 273. That's not bad. Okay. So, essentially, up there, the last disc. Is it like there where they are? Huh. Alright, whatever. I'm going back through the back here simply because I think I need to, you know? I don't think I can actually reach their gliding normally, so I need to come back through here and then do the chain again, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, very cool, very cool. So we can come through here. We can go up, and then up through here. Alright, so I guess the disc is here. There we go. Got the disc. Let's go.
I'm trying to convince everyone to investigate.
Okay.
So far, my efforts have been unsuccessful.
Wait, Timey is huge. I thought Timey was supposed to be small. Look how big she is compared to Tooru. Holy cow.
If so, good job. If not,
Hey, look.
right behind you. Maybe.
Oh, man. Finish that quest. Very nice. Predator's path completed. I knew I'd achieve this. And so now we need to continue our search for our friends. Ooh, we can see there's a waypoint there. So we'll go ahead and grab the waypoint. I wonder... Okay, so it seems like the meta event is going to occur soon. And I've done the meta event a couple of times on stream already. But I'm still going to do it again. I'm still going to do it again. And... Oh, am I? Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on a sec. Is there a meta event in Tangled Depths? Oh, there is. Oh, there is. All right. 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 Okay. Scratch that. Scratch everything I said. We're going to a new map. We're going to a new map. Let's freaking go. Let's go. All right. New map time. New map time. So this place is the Tangled Depths, which is aptly named because this is actually kind of like confusing. I wouldn't say it's confusing, I guess, but it's like it's kind of troublesome and annoying to navigate this map, right? Because it's easy to get lost. And a turtle like me, I don't have a lot of space in my shell for knowledge and memorizing maps, you know? So I do get lost quite easily here. But the good thing is that, you know, there's a lot of space for hero points and that sort of thing. I guess another thing I'll talk about, right, is the idea of like hero points. Because as part of what you can explore on the map is something called hero points. And I've been doing hero points occasionally to level up one of the elite specs that I have access to, which is Scourge. And Scourge is like a condition-based elite spec. And what an elite spec is, right, is like a subclass, or it's like an additional class. It's advertised as a new way to play the game with your existing classes that you know and love. So for Necromancer, Scourge is like a different way to play Necromancer. And so we also have another elite specialization called Reaper. And Reaper is obviously a different way. But the reason why this is important is because at some point, you know, one day, not today, but one day, I would like to maybe stream raids. I don't know, maybe stream pug raids and that sort of thing. Maybe try my best to actually make a friend or two, get into a group, and, you know, stream those raids and that sort. I don't know, though. Me having a group of friends, that's a big ask. That's a tall order. But what I want to do, right, is potentially stream raids, because I think that in itself would be quite interesting. It would be a little bit of a challenge for me, because I don't know if you guys have been watching the stream at all, lurking and all of that. You know, I'm a bit of a, you know, I'm a bit of a chattermouth. right? I've been talking almost non-stop the entire time, which, you know, some people are into, others are not, but, you know, it is something that I can't help but do, especially when it comes to a game like Guild Wars, where I actually do have a lot that I can talk about, you know? But in raids, right, in raids, definitely the occurrence of that will probably be a lot less. And the reason why it would be a bit less is simply because... wait, where am I supposed to go? It will be a bit less simply because, you know, I'll be doing like the most difficult content in the game as far as PvE goes. So there's less room for me to sort of just like brain AFK, if that makes sense, guys. I need to spend more time focusing on the mechanics. I need to, you know, pay attention to what's going on the screen and not just like blabber on. Oh my god, wait, what? Wait, my friends are back inside? What's going on here? Okay, but it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me, and it's something that I do want to see if I am able to still, you know, talk as much and, you know, be able to entertain you guys as much, or whether I'll become one of those, you know, one of those quiet gamers that says like one word every 5 minutes, you know. I don't want to become one of those streamers, but it will be interesting to see if I do become one of those streamers, you know. I want to know if I have what it takes to keep talking during, you know, more difficult and engaging content like raids, because I do believe that, again, it's a type of content where I do have a lot to share, where I do have a lot to talk about. So I'm looking forward to it. And in order to do that, I need to prove myself by having multiple builds, you know? And one of them will be Scourge and the other will be Reaper. So I will be doing a lot of hero points in order to level up Reaper. There we go.
She packs a punch, let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, just when I thought Fowlin couldn't get any worse. What about Kaith?
In typical Kaith fashion, she slipped away during the fight.
I'm sure we'll find her soon enough.
All right.
That one never stays underground.
That one never stays underground
Where's
for long.
everyone else?
Oh no.
They're around. Timey's wandered off, so we're looking for her.
Here?
Here?
Yeah, you know Timey.
Ah, Timey.
She does things her own way.
Precocious little
And
Asura.
those tend to work out somehow. Those
Oh, what the heck?
holograms back there were ingenious.
Wait.
No one has searched
Did
up
I-
on the hill if you want to help.
Wait a second.
If you see the others,
Oh
tell
my
them we'll
goodness.
meet up on the
Did
path.
I do something to myself? Oh my god. Sorry. No, I'm feeling sort of numb in my left hand. Like, I'm just one. Oh my god, this game is lagging. No, but like, I felt like this sort of weird numbness in my left hand, and I was wondering, like, is something going on? Like, is something wrong? And then I look at my hand, I look down, and I see that my thumb is bruised. I'm like, what the heck? What happened here? How did I bruise my left thumb? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, all of these dangerous AoEs that we avoided just by walking normally. Okay. Yeah, this is not a bad, you know, dodge tutorial though. Look at this. Oh, too easy. Mordrum wolves and their controller. So I guess we go for the controller,
He's
right?
out here alone? I'd better find him soon.
Ooh. There we go. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pass on the conditions to everybody else, but that's fine. I guess we go after the controller. Ah. Yeah, that was a little too easy. Getting rid of these guys. So what's this Mesmer portal supposed to do? Find Timey. So we're going in through the ruins here, guys. Going in through the ruins. Find Timey before something happens to her. Little precocious Asura. She has that kind of personality though, right? For people who are more familiar with the game, she has like a personality where she gets into a lot of trouble. But then, you know, she always finds her way out of it.
There you are.
Here we
I've
go.
been hoping to show you this.
Yeah, she's tiny. Look at this
Thanks for the
thing.
trail. What are you
Look
doing
at her.
here by
She's so
yourself?
small.
I'm quite capable on my own, and this place is fascinating.
See, look at her.
What is it?
Very small.
I don't know yet, but it's an odd
All right,
combination
but
of exhaustion
even
and
though
magical.
she's like a child,
I think it's a
you know,
demonstration,
she's
but
small,
powered
but
down.
she's a genius,
Some
guys.
flow
She's a
connectors
genius.
have
Isn't that so quirky?
Whether
She
I'll
has
do
like
my work, I could
a
repair
sort of
if
like
it's
health
magic
problem, like a
streaming again if
disease,
I had the right
but she's so
components.
smart and she's so quirky,
Just need
guys.
something conductive like melaranium
Okay, I
wire,
gotta
forged in
relax. I
filaments,
gotta
or
relax.
saurian bones. Please, can you help me find some? It'll be so worth it.
So worth it.
Saurian bones. Those I can get for you.
So that's like what, dinosaur bones, I guess? Like dinosaur bones or something. You need... Okay, hold on. Use mushrooms to lure saurians to the cave. Alright. So I guess these mushrooms? And then where do we put them? Like here? No? Oh, wait, hold on. Throw mushroom. So I guess... Wait. What? What, it's just like that? Chuck it on it? I don't know if this is the right way. I can't remember. It's been a while. Okay, I guess that's not it. There you go. Ah! Stay away from me. You... Whoa, that's got pretty good range. The heck? The range on that thing was... Well, it's like it's not just the range, it's the fact that it kept going. Alright. So, we can take that out, and then we can use the mushroom here. Ba-bum. And then... Okay. Wah! Smoke scales are so annoying, guys. That's why we're gonna do this instead. Oh, they're fighting each other. Nice. Ah! That's fine. That's fine. We're still not, like, getting what we're looking for, but we are at least luring monsters out of the cave. Rolling devils, those are annoying. Smoke scale, super annoying. Rolling devil, okay. That's okay. Alright. Got myself a bone. Got myself a bone to pick with these enemies. Alright, cool. So we can get it. I wonder... So it's sort of weird though, right? Like, it feels like... I don't know. In an MMO, right, you would expect... Well, connected, there we go. In an MMO, you would kind of expect, like, the game, the story, to be done as, like, a collaborative effort, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Because it's like, it's an MMO. The idea is supposed to be you have, like, this community and that sort of thing. But it very much feels like the story of this game is, like, meant to be completed solo, right? And I don't think that... Hello? I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing or anything along those lines, right? But it is a bit weird. Like, okay, you need a certain amount of solo content so that people can do whatever. But like, I don't know, I feel like one of the larger problems, not larger, but like one of the problems that the game does have is that like there are moments where like group stuff is heavily encouraged, obviously, but then there are other times where it's like, you know, a lot of it is just done solo, and I don't necessarily think that that's like, I don't think that's ideal. Obviously, you need players to be able to play by themselves and that sort of thing, because not everybody can play in a group. But I really do feel like there's not enough moments in this game. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh no! The smoke scale is still attacking me in the middle of the cutscene, guys. What the? Ah! I do wish that there were more moments where, like, the game encourages you to sort of group up for story content. You know, like, I'll give an example. I don't want to clap my. Oh shit! I don't want to clap my hands. Ah! It was the cutscene, guys. It was the cut. Oh my god, I'm gonna get them. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get demolished. It's over for me. Wait. If they attack each other. Oh no. I was gonna say, if they attack each other, I got a chance. That's fine. I can restart from the checkpoint. Oh no. How far is this? How far back did I fall back? Oh no. That's fine. I did like the bone stuff, so it should just be able to get me to the next portion. But what I would like to see, for example, is that the game, the story, has like missions that lead up to mini boss fights. And what I would really like to see is more times when you can do that story piece and face the boss as a group. Like that would be really, really cool. Wait, is the game like not okay? Wait, did the game bug out? Did the game bug out because I died? What the? Oh no! Oh no! All right, hold on. I'm hoping that I didn't miss anything. I'll just get rid of these guys. Maybe this will fix it. Maybe this will fix it. Okay, that should be enough. And then Rolling Devil. He can edge on the hitbox right there. And then he can come towards us. And then we can dodge. And then he can tick down. There we go. Done. Alright. I think the game did bug out though. Did it? Oh, I can't talk to anybody. Oh my goodness. Alright. Hold on. Let's see if there's absolutely anything else I can do here. Because, like, I have exhausted my options. So, you know, there's, like, nothing there. Maybe I just... Well, I can't even leave the map, can I? Can I even leave the map? Hold on. Alright. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. I'm gonna leave the map. You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving the map, and there's nothing the game can do about it. I'm leaving the map and restarting. Maybe I need to restart. Well. There we go. Return to the instance or you will be kicked. I will be kicked with impunity. That's fine. I don't mind. It's okay. It's okay. Womp, womp, womp. Alright. So we'll start again. Simply because I think we bugged out. And we weren't able to, you know, complete it. Oh my goodness, what is with this bruise? Oh, I don't want to listen to Marjorie talk about her problems.
Fancy meeting you here. How'd it go?
But yeah, I would like the game to have like with its mini bosses. I would like them to enable a sort of challenge mode that is meant to be done cooperatively. That would be cool. That'd be cool. Like if the game has certain flashpoints for mini bosses and the like, and then they were to say, okay, you know, do these as part of a group. Like that kind of thing. That would be cool. I know that there are some like that, but in my opinion, there's not enough.
Just when I thought Fallon couldn't get any worse.
There we go.
What about Keith?
That was pretty straightforward. Find Timey before something happens to her. Easy game. There we go. Everybody's infected. And that should take everybody out. That's the power of Epidemic, guys. That's the power of concentrated conditions and condition damage. There we go. Nice. Alright, very, very cool. It says find Timey before something happens to her, but she's like down here, isn't she? Yeah, she's down here. I'm gonna ignore the games thing. Here we go. See?
I've been hoping to show you this.
Thanks for the trail.
Alright.
What are you doing out here by yourself?
Ah, okay. We gotta wait and then do this again. Unfortunate.
What is it?
What is it?
Yet, but it's an odd combination of Exalted and Asuran Magitek.
Alright.
I think it's a data station, but it's powered down.
I don't know.
Notice that some
I
of
don't
the
know.
flow connectors
I'm like thinking about.
Weather will do that over time.
I don't
could
think.
compare it and get the magic
Well, with
station
regards to,
by
well, I don't think. Full stop. But with regards to the story,
conductive
I don't think I've done it. Playing with anybody else. So like, I remember doing the original story with other people, but I don't remember doing Heart of Thorns with other people. And so, I don't know, I just feel like I wish there were more elements of the game that like encouraged like a level of cooperation, you know? Because I genuinely do feel that once players get into the end game, they get overwhelmed. And not having like a smooth progression sort of hurts, right? I'll give another example because this kind of problem exists like within like the end game kind of loop as well, right? And I think that ArenaNet has done a pretty admirable job of like handling it, you know, in like the last couple of years. But if we talk about, for example, how when this game came out, right, the progression for the ordinary player was to do the story. Like you start with the story. That much is, you know, pretty self-explanatory, right? You start with the story, and then, you know, after that, you get into certain types of like certain types of instanced content, right? And so traditionally what happened was that you have like dungeons. And then after that, you have more expert levels of, you know, instanced content. And then an example of that would be fractals. And the reason why fractals was like a higher level of instanced content was because if you wanted to do the top level fractals, you needed ascended level gear. And that restriction on the gear actually meant that, you know, you had to invest a certain amount of time and effort into learning the game. And I think that's a good thing. Ultimately, I think that's a good thing. Yeah. So I missed out on this glowing or whatever. Oh no, this was there. And then it leads to all of this. And then this is what I had before. Yep. So this is like a map. But we missed out on this dialogue, it bugged out.
I detected this apparatus coming online.
But yeah, you had like fractals, and then once you had gotten to like T4 fractals, or once you started doing CMs and that sort of thing, then you learned raids, right?
Responsible for turning it on.
You know, I think that it's a sort of a shame because of how it's been developed that you don't really get the same level of progression, right? You don't get like a smooth level of progression. Because dungeons operate differently to fractals, so important ideas, important sort of like concepts and mechanics in dungeons don't really translate to fractals too well. Fractals do translate a bit better to raids, but like it's different again. And so I think that the way that ArenaNet structured the game, and it's sort of necessary because, well, it's not necessary, but like it couldn't be helped.
Consuming so much ley energy.
It couldn't be helped because they didn't plan it out, right? But imagine if they did have like a smooth progression to go from dungeons into fractals into raids. That'd be cool. And they're trying to do the same thing with like strikes and dragon response missions, I think they're called. I've never actually played a DRM, like a dragon response mission. If anybody in chat's like there, you know, tell me how those go, because I actually haven't played one of those before. I've played some of the strikes, though not all of them, but I've never played a DRM, so I want to know how they are like.
No, this city is called Ratanovis.
Ratanovis.
The Asura there are our allies. They aided in the construction of this very device.
Okay, what is going on with my hand? Why is it bruised? Why is it bruised? I didn't hit anything today, did I? What the heck? Do I just bruise easily? I mean, I am a turtle.
What were they doing
I mean,
here?
going out of my shell is kind of dangerous, right? What the heck?
And we were seeking greater protection from them.
Ow.
An alliance.
Ow. I mean, okay, it's not a big deal. But it is a bit disconcerting.
We should have been there already.
Oh no.
Find data, Magitech, or allies there that can help fight Mordramon.
Yeah,
This could change the
Ratanovis.
tide. Let's get everyone back together.
Thank you for reactivating
Okay,
the
so
map.
a little
Tell
bit
the
of
Nobles to
context.
stop by soon
I'll
if you
explain
visit.
once the cutscene's
Good
over.
luck to you.
Thank you.
Do. Okay, so a little bit of context, like, you know, I've been listening to this anime turtle just like talk over the story for the last 30 minutes. I have no idea what's going on in this game. Time for a refresher, friends. So what happened is that we went into this area to look for all of our friends because our party has sort of split up and they've gone their own path into exploring the jungle. So the idea was that we needed to go and find all of our party members, starting with Taimi. Oh my goodness. Which is the tiny, small Asura on top of the robot right there, right? And so she was here. She was here just chilling. Just chilling. And through her, precocious experiments, we were able to activate this Exalted device, which summoned one of the Exalted and filled out this like map. And the Exalted was able to let us know of the existence of Rata Novus. And Rata Novus is an Asuran settlement, an Asuran city, located within the Tangled Depths, right? Which is right here, located within the Tangled Depths. And by knowing of the city's existence, that means that we could potentially have a group of allies, or at the very least, advanced technology to help us in our fight against Mordramoth. So Taimi is all excited, and we need to go and tell our party of this good news that within this jungle full of hostility, full of Mordram, full of enemies, we actually may have allies, and not just any allies, but technologically advanced allies. Because as you know, the Asurans are the smartest, the most powerful, the strongest race in this setting. There we go. All right. So now we can hop out of the instance. Well, I guess we have to share the news with the group. And they're all here. The gang's all here, right? So let's just go and share the good news with them. I guess cutscene? No? Redlock? Oh, no, of course not. We have to wait for the star. I can't just talk to these guys prematurely. We have to wait for Her Majesty Taimi to get here before the cutscene can begin.
There's a lost Rata nearby. We have to go there. They're doing research on elder dragons. They may have magitech to help fight Mordramoth.
Ow.
Bram, oh my ears, you're back. I missed you so much.
Missed you so much.
Easy there, Miss Genius.
See? Miss Genius.
Bram, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm eager to get back in the fight.
Yeah, Bram's
I heard
mother
Fallon,
died earlier.
Whatever she's become, is
Yeah,
still
his mom
alive.
died. Let's go.
I'd like to correct that.
Rox, what of Zojia and Logan's trail?
I actually don't know that we're on their trail. Back in Tarir, we got wind of a Mordram prisoner caravan and decided to check it out, but I don't think it's theirs. It's not the same amount of prisoners or Mordram we followed earlier.
Huh.
Okay, we head to Rata Novus then.
Rata Novus. There we go.
Oh, I'm following you, Commander. Whatever you think's best.
All right, let's go find this
That's
lost
pretty
Rata.
cool. Like, I like the idea of it, right? Ooh, select your reward. I mean, I guess I don't really need any of this because I've already got Vipers.
Quite
but-
a reward.
Okay, that's another funny thing though, right? Because when Heart of Thorns came out, they introduced a whole bunch of stat sets, right? So different statistics for armor, weapons, accessories, and all of that stuff. And at one point in time, actually getting them was a really big grind, right? It was expensive, right? One of the reasons was because there was a stat set called Viper, which was incredibly strong for condition damage based builds, right? And so what they would do was they would encourage you to play through as much of the content as possible by drip feeding you recipe books, by drip feeding you sort of like materials and that sort of thing, so that you could construct your own set, right? And then so that was really cool, because it gave the feeling of progression and it gave you the feeling of building up, building up your power, building up your strength. But it's kind of funny, right? Because now, several years later, it's like, how long since the expansion, right? It's been like 5 years since Heart of...
Meta, 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 meta. Let's go. Okay. Northwatch. Oh no, we need to get there. Oh no, 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 no. We need to do the meta. All right. Ah. Wait. Was it down here? Yes, it was. It's like down through here. Wait. There. Okay. Whew. Okay. I need to race to get to the meta before it's completed. And the reason why I want to get to the meta... Oh, I could also grab my... Ooh, I could grab some hero points here. Let's go. Hero points is right there. Oh, no. No! I need to do the hero challenge. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's see if I can get there. Commune with this place of power. Alright. I have a chance. I have a chance. Come on. Come on. Let's go, guys. Let's sneak in and do the meta. I think this is west, isn't it? Yeah, this is west. I went to the wrong one. Sorry, east. Fuck. I went to the wrong one. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just wait. Hopefully these guys mess it up and then I can come back and do a little bit of work. All right, so maybe they might actually. Maybe they might. Reason being, right, in order to complete this meta event properly, it needs to be synchronized. Because if we look here, Octavines will regenerate. So once one of these Octavine lanes get taken out, then the rest need to be done within a certain amount of time or else it regenerates. We look there, see? It's regenerated. And so all of the enemies respawn and we have all of the same problems that we had before. And so people actually need to work together again. Oh my god. Those things explode. So like I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna stay back. Because I want to blow that thing up so that I can actually come out here. You know? I can actually come out here. Alright. Alright, there we go. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So now we essentially got to like wait for people to come back, I guess. I forgot what the mechanic was here. What was the mechanic here? Alright. Bombs. Okay, okay. Ah, so this was like... hold on. Drop a bomb while gliding. Oh, okay, okay. Cool, let's do this mechanic. So the mechanic for this place is that we're given bombs and then we need to glide up above... Oh, fuck! Oh, well, okay. Do I not have the mechanic? Do I? Am I not allowed to do this? Oh, okay. Well, if it's vulnerable now, then I might as well just go back. Alright, hold on. That was so unfortunate, guys. That was so unfortunate. Alright, alright. Let's go. Let's just chuck a bomb. Oh, I tagged it. I tagged it. Let's go. Tagged. Done. There we go. So, what we need to do is, like, we need to fulfill certain conditions in order to make the Octavines vulnerable. And then once they're vulnerable, we can burn them down with manual damage. And the idea is that we're all supposed to do it together, right? We're supposed to synchronize between the 4 different lanes. And, you know, this is supposed to be one of the easier meta events, but, you know, people sort of fuck up the synchronization aspect. So, you know, we're like redoing it because the Octavine regenerates, you know, if people don't sync up the kills. So now, here we go. We have 1 minute and 13. South should be fine. If South fails again, right? Because this is like, these events are not that difficult to do. So people get kind of salty if people are unable to do the open world events, right? So I want to see if like we fail the event and we see like some big salt in the chat, right? Because like... people are like starting to people are like starting to get a little, you know, here we go. People are starting to get a little bit much. Hold Can we increase the... Oh my god, I don't think we're going to do it. Hold on. Where's the text box, right? Text language? No. Is it graphics options? Is it graphics options, guys? I don't remember how to make, like, the text bigger. Interface size larger. Oh my god, that's bad. Okay, never mind. That actually hurts my eyes. Oh my god, they're gonna fail it. People are molding in chat. Hold on. Let's go to. Wait, is it here? Here? No, here maybe. No. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. Never mind. I'll go back to my normal scene. Because I had like Oh, we failed it. Womp womp. We failed it. So we got to do it again. In the meantime, like people are starting to give up now. People are starting to give up. They're like rage quitting, which is fucking hilarious. I really want to see how this goes. And I actually want to get a chance to do the mechanic without messing it up. Oh, South is like going too hard now. Alright. Okay. There we go. Like, that's how the mechanic works, right? That's how the mechanic is supposed to work. But, like, you know, it was already broken, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we should be able to get it now, I think. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. It should tick down. And then now we need West and North to do their job. People are really salting. So I'm gonna... Oh, shit. Don't want to get hit. Oh, see that dodge? Wow. So I want to, like, take the opportunity. Once I'm in a safe spot, I want to take the opportunity to to sort of, like, change the angle so I can, like, get a better view. Get a better view of the chat. Right? Hold on. Give us a sec. I wanna... No, that's not the one. Okay, hold on. Game capture. Alright. Game capture behind the live 2D. Wait. Game capture behind the live 2D. Game capture should be Guild Wars. So we go here. There we go. South has been defeated, but North is gonna run out. Wait, why is this? Hey? Guys? Wait. Ha ha. Not a problem whatsoever. Oh my god. Why is my game not capturing properly? It should. It's not. Womp womp. Oh, I'm so sad. This is so dread. Oh, there we go. Oh, we were able to get it this time. Let's go. And then you see all of this. Wah. Ooh-ah. All of this participation and experience, and everybody just runs down. So I'm gonna grab all of this loot. Because it was completely and totally deserved. But hold on, let's edit the size of this thing, right? Because I actually want to like show you guys. I don't know if it will zoom in properly, but I want to show you guys like a little bit of the salt. If you guys can read that, I don't know if you can. So apologies if it's like it's still too small. But like I'm gonna read. Oh, well, my game's lagging. I'm gonna read like what was posted, right, in the map chat, because people are getting really salty about it, right? So you go, like people are just arguing. Like, wow, you're really quite annoying. North is so easy to do. Come on. You know, monkeys and typewriters. Good job, guys. You know, like sarcastically good job. Now, I find that absolutely hilarious that like there are just so many people that like, you know, get sort of kind of angry and mad because like these events sort of fail and have to reset. Because the thing is, right? Because the events aren't particularly difficult, people have sort of like being used to the idea that you should just be able to complete these events really easily. And then so whenever like people are unable to complete an event, when a map is unable to complete an event smoothly, you get really, really sort of irritated, right? You get irritated about it so fast, and it's kind of incredible because there is an aspect where a lot of people will say, oh, Guild Wars 2 has like a really welcoming community. Guild Wars 2 has a really friendly community. It's not like other MMOs. You know, she's not like the other MMOs. And to an extent, it's true, right? To an extent, there is merit to the idea that Guild Wars 2 is very opening, is very welcome, and is very cool that way. But it's amazing to see how quickly people turn once you don't get your goodies from doing an open world event. And that's one of the reasons, right? That's one of the reasons why back when I was more active playing this game, I actually really enjoyed the events, right? I actually really enjoyed the meta events, the meta trains, if you will. And the reason why I enjoyed them was because I had like a big group to do them with, right? And by organizing people in a Discord, by having specific roles thought out, then what tends to happen is that you just don't fail them, right? Because you're already organized. People already know what they're there to do. People already know, you know, how to sync up the damage and all of that stuff and how to do the mechanics. So you never run into issues where like you fail the event due to like one lane messing it up, right? And that's, you know, that's one, you know, really good thing about having like the pre-made groups or the like the large guilds. Actually, I have a funny story about that though. I have a funny story about that, and it's like it's an event that sort of made me want to like never. It made me want to like never hang out with the guild. It made me want to like not hang out with the guild for a decent amount of time, simply because I was completely ashamed of what I did. So I talk about how like I used to play in a guild that ran these sort of events relatively consistently, okay? And so what that means is that every single, it's not juicy gossip, it's just like a healthy dose of embarrassment. JP, welcome to the stream, by the way, welcome to the stream. And so what happened, right? What happened was that it was back a long time ago. It was back a long time ago, to the point where the mechanics of how the looting on this map worked quite differently. So what actually happened for this particular map, they've long since fixed it, so it's not something that you can do anymore. But what you were able to do at one point is something called the Tarir multi-map meta. And so what that means is that when you had enough players doing this map, concurrently, the way that the game works is that it will split you off into different instances. Okay, so it splits people off into different instances, and then what you could do is you could you could exploit the fact that the game has multiple instances, right? You can exploit the fact that the game has multiple instances by hopping between each instance, and provided that you had enough people to do the map, right? If you had enough people to do the map on multiple instances, what you could do is you could actually have a scenario where you can loot these chests once per instance, right? And so if we can see here, I've already looted this chest, right? So you can't get anything out of it. But if I moved to another instance where they also completed the meta, then I could go ahead and get this again, right? And so it became really profitable when you had like 3 instances, 4 instances where everybody on each instance had where everybody at each instance had completed the map. Because then what happens is that you get to double dip on the big chests. You get to triple dip on the big chests. You get to quadruple dip on the big chests, right? You could do the meta once and get 4 times, 5 times the amount of rewards that you normally would get, right? Because this thing is supposed to allow you to get your loot once a day. Once a day, guys. But imagine that if you coordinated and got multiple instances of this meta, you were able to do so and get like 4 chests a day, 3 chests a day. You know, that's really, really good, right? That's really, really good. And that's what a lot of people used to do, right? And so it had this sort of like self-generating or self-fulfilling prophecy where if you were able to fill up multiple instances of this map, you were able to get multiple, you know, instances of loot as well. And because you were able to get multiple instances of loot, then you actually attracted enough people to get multiple instances filled up, you know? So it was a completely self-fulfilling prophecy. And it was the idea that you could get together absurd amounts of people, 30, 40, 50, 60 people, you know, spread across multiple instances to do this event together as like one big community event. And you have like a core group of people that organize the run of maybe like 30 or 40 people. And then, you know, you have people in each instance sort of guiding the pugs there and guiding them towards victory. And then once the battle is over on all of the instances, then you share the spoils. And what you do is you have people to act as anchors inside the squad to allow everybody else to loot everybody else's instance. And so that was one thing that a lot of like the big guilds, the farming guilds, they used to do, is they would run these events, which is really, really cool, because it's the idea that you're having, you know, 40 people, 50 people in one Discord call working together across like 3 or 4 different instances, all having fun together. It was so cool. It was so much fun. And so when I was new to one of these guilds, right, I got invited. One of my friends was like, you know, he was really into this stuff and he enjoyed organizing. He enjoyed making friends and he got me into the guild, right? He got me into the guild. And one of the first times I joined with him, you know, I was asked to like be an anchor, because the way that this works is that you join the instances where other people in your squad are. So like if I get into a squad, I'll show you an example. Oh, no, I don't want to create a squad. If I join a squad, right, and they're in a different instance to me, then I would be able to join their instance. So let's take a look at this, right? See, look, all of these people that are not highlighted in green, they're in a different instance. And so what you can do is, wait, oh yeah, the game doesn't allow it anymore. But like what you were able to do is you were able to join their instance. And that was really cool. And that was really cool because it allowed you to loot the chests multiple times. You only needed to do the event once, and then you could loot the chest like 3 or 4 times. So getting back to my story, I was new to the guild, right? I was new to the guild and my friend had invited me in and he asked me to be like an instance holder. He asked me to be what they called an anchor. And I was like anchoring and all of that stuff, and I was looting my own instance. And then because I had spent like days and weeks sort of like looting from other people's instances, what I did was like I instinctively like we're talking in voice chat, and then he goes, you know, Tooru, you're still in that instance, right? And then I said, Tooru, you're still in that instance, right? And then as he's asking me whether I'm still in that instance, what does this turtle brain do? I moved to someone else's instance. I moved to someone else's instance to try and loot from their map. And then as I'm looting their chests, and then I get asked, Tooru, you're still in that instance, right? Like, I go, yeah. I go, yeah, sure, of course, because I didn't think about it. And then people start porting in. People start porting in to join the instance. And then I hear in voice chat, wait a second, I've already been here. Wait a second, this instance already filled up. And then I realized my mistake. And then I realized what happened. I realized that I had been sort of brain AFKing. And my friends on the Discord had been hopping into like an instance where they're already, where they have already been. And so they're not able to like do the loot all over again. And the reason all that happened was because I was absent-mindedly trying to loot as much as possible instead of being the anchor. And it's not like there's no benefit to being an anchor. Like you get paid a certain amount of gold. Like the guild was really run professionally. Like they wanted to ensure that everybody was having a good time and everybody was like, you know, like nobody was left out. And so if you were doing something like anchoring for the group, then people would, you know, tip you money, and that you would get a certain amount of money, you know, to make up for the fact that you couldn't loot multiple instances, right? And so people were, you know, they were very, very accommodating and all of that sort of thing. And I absent-mindedly was just looting from different instances, not doing my job until it hit me. Like, oh, wait. I'm supposed to not do this, right? I'm supposed to not do this, right? And so I just had to like quietly go. I had to quietly talk to people in the Discord. Go, oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. And so after that incident, I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back because I was so embarrassed. I was so ashamed of what I had done, right? Like, you know, I can't believe you've done this, Tooru. I was so embarrassed because I'd let everybody down, right? I'd let everybody down. But thankfully, they never held it against me. You know, and after like 2 days or so, I got back into the group and I got back into the swing of things, and, you know, it was fine. It was fine. Nobody held it against me or any sort of thing like that. You know, but it was just really, really funny because I had one job. And I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't do it. It was like a new group. It was a new guild. They were run really, really nice, you know, really professional. And I had one job and I fucked it up. And I was so embarrassed. But, you know, like that kind of memory will stick with me forever. I'm going to be like a 50-year-old turtle, a 60-year-old turtle. I'm going to like retire, you know, from my day job. And then I'm going to sit back, you know, I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to go to Hawaii. Once I retire from my holiday, I'm going to sit back on the lovely beach, right? And I'm going to enjoy myself. I'll, you know, have like, you know, maybe like a nice whiskey or like a rum and coke, and I'll be sipping on it. And then I'm going to think, hey, Tooru, remember that time you're supposed to anchor for Auric Basin and then you started looting the other instances and fucked it up for 30 other people? Yeah, that happened. So that's going to always stay with me. But I think it's memories like that, which not only just stick in your mind, but like the fact that, you know, that they were still welcoming, that they didn't get mad at me and that sort of thing. Like, it's the sort of community experience that makes an MMO special. And I do think that it is one thing that I would like to do. Once I get Deadbeat Tooru, which is the name of my character, for what it's worth, Deadbeat Tooru. Once I get this guy a little bit more leveled up, once I get this guy a little bit more, you know, more geared up, and he has like more skills and more hero points and that sort of thing, I want to start getting into raids. I want to start getting into open world, and I want to start getting into guilds again, right? Because I want to recreate the experiences of when I had friends. Yeah, I know, that's so sad. That's so sad sounding. But no, the simple truth is, the appeal of MMOs is community, right? The appeal of MMOs is community, and there are a lot of games now which try to emulate MMO mechanics, but can't emulate the feeling of community that an MMO had. And so I think that it would be worthwhile giving it a shot just to see if in the modern day, if in the year 2021, we can still get a good community-oriented, community-focused kind of gameplay experience. Because, you know, again, it's the big draw of MMOs. It's the reason why they became so big in the first place. And it would be nice to see, or it would be interesting to see, whether we can recreate that level of community, that level of wholesomeness, and that experience in 2021. Welcome to the stream, Black Zetsu. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? So, we're actually going to be meeting our allies. So, sorry, I've just been wandering around doing random stuff, but we're going to be meeting our allies, and we'll be heading into the Tangled Depths, I imagine. So, once we go ahead and do that, I will probably finish up the stream. Like, I don't mind going longer. But this bruise on my hand is sort of concerning me. I don't know how I got this bruise on my hand, but I probably want to take a look at that, see if it's like see if it's something that I need to like deal with or something. Anyway, let's go back to the gaming. gaming panel because I was talking quite extensively about the salt in the chat, but I don't know if people were able to read it to begin with, so so let's just do this story step here. And this is the Tangled Depths. As you can see, you know, this is like the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, you know. It's gonna get me on my knees. But it is, you know, very, very cool, very interesting place. Tangled Depths in particular is a place where you can get lost quite easily. So, you know, I don't necessarily recommend, if you're playing Guild Wars for the first time, I don't recommend that you make your way through here by yourself. Even me, who's, you know, played the game a decent amount, I'm probably still going to get lost in here. But you know, it is what it is. If I get lost, you know, I get lost of my own volition. Oh, wait, here it is. Here we go. Nice, nice. I'm doing good. How about you? That's good to hear, Zetsu. That's good to hear. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm relaxing on a Friday night, simply because I've had a little bit of a rough work week, and I'm at a point now where, like, you know, it's the weekend, I can relax a little bit, and, you know, I can vent off a little bit of stress. So I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty happy.
And you think that city
Here
is
we
out
go.
here in the jungle?
I'm hopeful and frankly quite excited.
Oh my god, this bruise on my thumb is really confusing me. Oh no. Bruised turtle, what am I to do?
Canuck went on ahead. I think he may have needed to be alone for a moment.
Okay. Okay. Canuck can have his loner moment, if you will. But we'll go look for him. It is a sneaky place here. I navigate some important segments fairly competently by now. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I think that, like, it's not impossible to navigate. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But if you are new to the game, you know, if you don't understand all the tricks of the areas, it can be a little bit difficult. Glad you are doing fine. Thank you, Black Sensu. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
She and a few
Ooh, someone's eager to talk to me.
Prisoner caravans. They set up a makeshift
I do like Canuck's voice. He has a pretty cool voice. I wish I had his voice, to be honest. I mean, I don't necessarily hate my voice, but, like, Canuck's voice is cool, you know? It's got, like, that sort of smooth quality that I wish that I had, you know? That I wish that I had. Right. Lieutenant Morrison.
Commander Mordrum.
Oh my god, look at this guy.
The survivors were taken prisoner.
He's had enough, guys. He's had enough.
To escape?
Yes. Marshal Traherne, Zoja, and Captain Thackeray created a diversion.
Oh.
So a few of us could escape.
Yeah, I probably need to put a band-aid on. Oh, I don't know. Do I need a band-aid?
I'm
I don't
afraid
know.
not. They sacrificed their own chance at freedom so we could get away. The Mordrum took them.
Oh no, our companions have been kidnapped.
I was too out of it. Our Magister would know.
Too out
I was
of
the
it.
last to escape, but he's not here.
Not cool.
We have to find him.
I mean, honestly, it's fine.
A monster's been attacking the camp. It's picking us off a couple at a time.
Oh no.
The Magister led a group after it to kill it, through the mushroom-lit passage there.
Lieutenant, I'll leave some of my people here to protect you. I'll go after the Magister. Bram, you're with me.
All right, time to go for this missing Magister. Magister Militum. Oh, look at these mushrooms. Very dangerous, actually. Actually quite dangerous, not gonna lie. Let's see. We'll get ourselves a flesh golem. Here we go.
Resident. Looks like creature blood.
See? Mushrooms. Don't trust mushrooms. Alright? Do not trust mushrooms, guys. Oh, spiders. Here we go. Spiders, on the other hand, aren't really that concerning, right? Like, a lot of people might say, oh no, it's a spider, you know, like that sort of thing. But, like, I look at these guys and I say, oh, you know, this is just a typical evening. This is just a typical evening at home. No, but it's fine. All right. Okay. I was expecting, like to get dropped by more guys. This Magister's gone. Look at him. Choose a route through the tunnels. Should have known that mushrooms are evil. Oh, yes, Black Zetsu. It's an easy mistake to make. It's an easy mistake to make. All right, cross the pit without touching the water.
Whatever it is, it's big.
Wait, how? Oh, okay. We just go through here. Right. And then through here. Wait, what? No. Oh, okay, whatever. This should be fine. Cross the pit without touching the water. So we can get this. We can get this. Wait, Tooru. Oh, shit. I nearly fell off. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm so good at jumping puzzles, guys. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not being legitimate. I'm not being legitimate. But thankfully, we were able to navigate all of that without touching the water. So very nice. Wait. Oh, phew. Very nice. Defeat the creature. Defeat the creature. If mushrooms are evil, does that mean Mario is a supervillain? Yes. Yes. Okay, so. Okay. I know now, Zetsu. I know now that you're ready to learn the truth. And the truth is this, right? And the truth is this, right? Princess Peach is a tyrant. Princess Peach rules over the Mushroom Kingdom with an iron fist. And, you know, Bowser, by kidnapping her, actually is attempting to save the common man, the common mushroom in the Mushroom Kingdom from her tyranny, right? She is an authoritarian dictator, and it is only through Bowser's attempts at revolution that freedom for the mushroom people can be obtained. And so Mario is a tool. Mario is a tool of the dictatorship, you know. And so the idea that Mario is the good guy and Bowser is the bad guy is nothing but propaganda. Is nothing but propaganda on the part of Princess Peach and Mario. Mario is actually a villain. He is a tool. He is a weapon of the aristocracy to, you know, suppress and to oppress the common mushroom and the innocent Koopas, right? And so, if you ever play Mario again, you should understand that, you know, Bowser is the good guy. Bowser is the good guy here. He's fighting for you, my friends. He is fighting for you. The fact that Bowser is like a giant tortoise, you know, that's like, you know, that's incidental, right? That's incidental. The fact that Bowser is a tortoise, that's incidental. But what is not incidental is the evil that is the Mushroom Kingdom. And Princess Peach, you know, Princess Peach, the dictator herself, the tyrant herself, uses Mario, you know, as a tool to oppress the working Koopa.
We're going to get you out of here.
No. Raven is already here for me.
Who's Raven?
Easy. I'm here. Can you tell me which direction the Mordrum caravan was going?
Yes.
He murders mushrooms without remorse? Mario. He has no conscience, guys.
Rest in peace,
I knew it.
Hunter.
The plumber was just an undercover for the menace. Yes. He is a secret agent, an evil agent.
Seems to provide only death.
And plumber is just his cover job. Don't trust Mario, guys. Don't trust Mario. So we needed to talk to Bram. Wait, where is he? Ah, he's just here. All right, cool. What do you have to say, Bram?
You need to see this. There must be hundreds of them.
Oh my god, that's a lot of chalk.
We need to get back to our mission.
I'm going for it. Should I go for it, guys? I'm going for it. Let's go for it. Let's go. Let's go. Hello? I think it's time. It's time, guys. It's time. We're going to be gaming. Let's go. All right. I think spectral walk. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right. Spectral walk time.
Accelerate.
fucked up my chance there. Alright, hold on. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, good, good, good. There we go. Look at all that damage. I keep messing it up and not killing them in time, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not killing them in time. So I don't think I'll be able to do this. Sucks. Right. Oh, fuck. Wah. Wah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Wait, what? How? Oh my god, there was another one. I didn't see the other one. I didn't see the other one, which is unfortunate. I tried my best. I could probably... I think I could actually, Oh no. No, that goop's probably just gonna die. Oh no, I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. No! I tried my best. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it. Okay. But in the end it doesn't really matter. I tried, friends, I tried. No, you know what? You know what? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Let's... I need to, like, get a few more conditions. There we go. Oh, okay. So I'm doing it too late. Alright, hold on. I like VTubers who are on a warpath with Mario. Wait, what did you mean by this, JP? What did you mean by this? Okay. Gaming. Okay. Okay, let's go. There. Alright. The fear actually does help. There we go. All of that. There we go. Alright. 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 Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, shit. No, it ran. Oh, my God. It CC'd me through the fucking wall. Oh, it CC'd me through that. Okay, I'm nearly done, though. I'm nearly done. If I can get rid of this guy, then I can make another run at it. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right, let's go. Nice, nice, nice. Unfortunately, that epi didn't hit anybody. So I guess... Ah! No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, no! Okay, okay, okay. I'm rushing, I'm rushing. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back. Don't respawn, don't respawn, don't respawn. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We can do this, we can do this. I'm too spiteful, guys. I've died twice. I dodged that. I died twice. So realistically, I should say, you know what? I've had enough. You know, I've had enough. But no, no. Because I operate and I live by my spite. By my spite. If I feel wronged, if I feel like my opponent, right? If I feel like my enemy has gotten one, you know, over me, where I feel like they shouldn't, then I'm going to make sure, that they will never, ever cross me again. There we go now. These spiders, they bother me. They bother me on a daily basis. So I will fight them. I will fight them on the beaches. I will fight them on the plains. I will fight them in the city. And I will not rest. I will not rest until I have eliminated and destroyed each and every single one of these creepy crawlies. Because at the end of the day, nobody, not anyone messes with Tooru. There we go. I got rid of all of them. There we go. There we go. My bloodlust is sated. My bloodlust is sated. We got rid of all of them. It wasn't necessary, actually. It wasn't even necessary. But now that we've gotten rid of them, I can happily go back to my friends. Does Mario oppress the Yoshi clan? Well, they use... Okay, so... Black Zetsu. Let's talk about this, right? The Yoshi clan provides the Mushroom Kingdom with tribute, right? In order to survive, they provide the Mushroom Kingdom with tribute and allow them to use the Yoshis as they will. So yes, they do have a servile relationship with the Mushroom Kingdom. It is very oppressive.
Then we should go after them.
Oh my!
I admit it's a hard
Oh my thumb! Oh!
We can't just
Ow! Ow, my thumb! All right.
And their research on elder dragons could prove invaluable.
Invaluable.
We should split up. Taimi Kanak and I will go to Rotanovis. There's potential for information and allies there. The rest of you scout for signs of the caravan. Rox, leave markers for us and we'll catch up.
If this Rada has a dragon kill switch, I'm going with you. The others can scout the caravan.
All right. Move out, everyone.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Ooh, Blackline chest key. Wait. Do I have Blackline chests? Let's get one. Okay. Good. I can end the story aspect here, and then I can talk about like monetization a little bit. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. All right. Get me... Oh, just teleported. Woo! Ow. I shouldn't clap my hands because my hand is bruised. My Oshi wants to single-handedly kill Mario and all his associates and burn their kingdom to the ground. That's a very bloodthirsty attitude, JP. That's a very bloodthirsty attitude. I don't know if I share those sentiments specifically, right? I don't know if I share those sentiments specifically, but I mean, I don't necessarily not share them, you know? All right, so let's... Oh my god. Look at this big pit. Look at this big pit. Okay, and this is... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, like, that's like the assets not loading in. But let's go ahead and talk a teensy bit about monetization, shall we? So the way that Guild Wars 2 works is that it's ostensibly free to play, right? But if you have a free to play account, then a lot a lot of your functionality is sort of handicapped. And so what they encourage you to do is they encourage you to buy the expansion pack. So Heart of Thorns, which is the expansion pack that we're currently playing through, and then Path of Fire as well. And by doing that, you also get to unlock, you know, like different content, right? So you get to unlock the raids, you get to unlock the story, you get to unlock the maps, the elite specializations, blah 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 blah. So, you know, there is obviously a lot of merit in buying the expansion packs, right? And so on top of that, what Guild Wars 2 has is what they call the gem store, right? The gem store. And what the gem store has is a whole bunch of different items that you can't get anywhere else, right? That you can't get anywhere else. And that may range from skins, right? To, so for example, this is a scepter skin. And if we take, ooh, that looks kind of cool. This is an outfit, right? A venom bite outfit. And then you have like wings, you know, and that sort of thing. And like the appearance package, whoops. And then you have like dyes. Okay. You got Lunatic Guard armor. So you have different types of skins. You have outfits, you have skins, you have gliding skins, you have minis. Oh, right. I haven't even talked about minis yet, have I? So miniatures. So what minis are? Oh my god, I don't have one. I don't have any unlocked? Are you kidding? I don't have any unlocked? Womp womp. So what minis are is that they are tiny versions of NPCs that follow you around. They can be pretty cute, actually. So you get minis for completing parts of the story. You can buy minis. You can get minis for doing sorts of content like raids and that sort of thing. And you can see like everybody has like a different kind of mini, right? And so it's just like a miniature NPC that can follow you around, right? And so they look kind of cool. They look kind of neat. You can get some cute ones. You can get some pet ones as well. They're very, very nice. And there are things that you can get with gems. And what gems is like it's the direct money, right? So this is the cash shop that other MMOs have. So Guild Wars 2, even though the base game is free to play and you have paid expansion packs, they primarily generate their income based on like this gem store or this, this cash shop. And one of the things that is, I don't know, I don't necessarily like this element. I don't think it's healthy for the game, but it is an element that's been here forever, is that you can exchange gold for gems, right? So you can directly buy gold with your gems, which you purchase gems with real life money. And so like I said, you can get skins, but you can also get quality of life and extra items that way. So like build storage expansion, as an example. What this does is this allows you to expand your storage, right? 3 spaces to the account's build storage. And so builds is like a feature that ArenaNet added relatively recently where you can save your builds as templates to use. So you don't need to, because like for the longest time, in order to like set yourself a build, you needed to manually choose what traits that you wanted to put in. And it's the same for like equipment, right? You need to manually like change all your equipment. And if you had like high level equipment, you know, that can get pretty annoying because if you wanted to change in between, let's say, a power build and a damage over time build, a condition build, then you had to change all your pieces individually. You had to change all your equipment individually, and then you had to change all your builds, like your traits and your skills individually. Now, they actually had sneaky functionality on a third-party app. Right? You could get a third-party app where you're able to automate all of this sort of stuff. You can save builds, you can save equipment, and then you can set templates, and then you can just instantly swap between them, you know, no fuss. And so, in order to counteract that, the developers decided to make that portion of the app illegal, and then they implemented their own build templates. They implemented their own equipment templates to the game, and then decided to charge extra gems if you want to expand on the slots that they give you. Cheeky, very, very cheeky, but it does sort of give you an idea that, you know, ArenaNet really does need to focus on its cash shop, on its gem store in order to generate income for this game, because once you buy the expansions, you only buy them once, right? You only buy the expansions once, and then so you don't need to purchase them again. So one of the primary ways they generate income over time is through making a lot of items in the cash shop, in the gem store, really useful, really usable, and that's what we see today. And so that gets me to my next point, which is the Black Lion chest key. So one of the ways that they make a lot of money from the gem store is through the use of the Black Lion chest keys. You know, you can get a few of these chest keys by doing the story, you know, but it's in very, very small amounts. And if you wanted to get a Black Lion chest key in large amounts, you'd usually need to buy them off the gem store. And the reason why this is important is because the Black Lion chest is basically a loot box. And what you can get from that loot box, you know, it usually depends. Hold on, where's my chest? Where's my chest? Here we go. I actually have 3 of them already. So we can preview here and we can see what kind of items we can get from here, right? But because this is like a loot chest, right? And then you can get some really, really rare skins that are worth a lot of money. You can get some like, you know, sort of like mediocre things that aren't worth a lot of money, or you can get one of these contracts which are worth a heap of money. So we see here like permanent hairstylist, endless repair contract, permanent bank access. All of this sort of stuff is worth thousands and thousands of gold. And that's enough gold to buy yourself an entire legendary if you wanted to, right? And so, you know, it's the whole loot, you know, loot box aspect to it. And so they gate a lot of these keys, the majority of these keys, behind their gem shop to encourage people to buy them. And this is actually, in my opinion, this is one of the most like popular things that you can buy on the on the gem store. And so this is again one of the biggest ways that ArenaNet likes to make money from their games. So thankfully we were able to get a key from the story. So let's open up this loot chest. Gacha system, kinda. It's loot boxes. Yeah. So let's see what we get out of this. So we're guaranteed Black Lion statuettes, and we're guaranteed this Yvonne Nashblade trick-or-treat bag. But we can get 2 random items, some of which would be really, really good, and some of which are not that good. But let's find out, because we got this key from the story, so we didn't spend any money to get it. So let's find out. Let's see what we get from it, okay? Let's engage the gacha system. It's loot box time, my friends. Let's go. All right, what did we get out of it? Oh my god, we got garbage out of it. So we got a lock breaker kit, and then we got a metabolic primer. Oh my god, this is kind of crap, isn't it? So use this item to select your choice of key. So what we can get out of these? Oh, that's garbage. What the heck? That's so bad. That's so bad. You just get like 5 of these, like, oh. Okay. I rolled, guys. I rolled my gacha. I rolled for the box. And, you know, every time you get one of these sorts of keys, I pray to the RNG gods to bless me this day, but they rarely answer. Alright, that's alright though. That's alright. This is an alt account, right? This is not my main account, so it's not like I really care if I get like, you know, a high amount of gold or anything. I'll be earning gold once I start raiding on this account more consistently, and I'm hoping to share the raids and all of that stuff with you guys, so we'll see how all of that goes in the future. But for now, let's just hop over to here, right? So I want to say hi to everybody, and I hope you guys are going well today, right? So we've come to the end of the stream. We've come to the end of the story, at least like at least for today. And we'll be going ahead and finishing up the stream. So I want to thank you guys for coming along. I really appreciate it. Guys. As for streams going forward, I'm not 100% sure on what I'm going to be doing, right? So just a little primer, just a little bit of an update, right? There's a lot of things going on right now. Thanks for the stream. No worries, Zetsu. I appreciate you coming. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. So, there's a lot of things going on right now wherein I don't have a lot of consistency in the kind of like stream schedule that I want to have. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but I do want to like stream a little bit more in the coming weeks. I have a few days off here and there in the coming weeks, and I do intend to stream then. So I will be continuing on with Guild Wars, and I will be continuing on with a few other games. Like I have the Tinfoil Hat playthrough of Disco Elysium that I really want to continue, and there's also like the sit and learn documentary of Age of Empires 4 that I also want to continue. But in terms of like Guild Wars 2, I'm having fun with just like going on with the story casually. Like it's not difficult or anything along those lines, but at some point, once I gain enough hero points, once I've done enough of the story, once I've gotten enough of the masteries, what I would like to do is go ahead and do a little bit of raids, maybe a little bit of fractals and that sort of thing, and like get into a guild, right? Get into a guild and just sort of like experiencing the community again, right? Experiencing the community. And the reason why is because I feel like, again, I think I've said this like 5 times already, but the community aspect of MMOs is what helps sets them out from any other genre of game. If we take a look at things objectively, is the combat system of a game like Guild Wars 2 really up to snuff with like other like action adventure RPG kind of games? The answer is not really. Is the story of Guild Wars 2 or other MMOs really up to snuff compared to games that are single player stories, right? Or maybe Final Fantasy 14, but generally speaking, the answer is no. The answer is no. Part of that actually comes from how you have to design like your quests and your adventures and your story segments, right? So with an MMO, you need to sort of design like a repeatable kind of loop. And as a result, what sort of happens is that the loop itself might be enjoyable, but it doesn't really lend itself to the best way of telling a specific story. I'll give you an example, right? And this is an example that people in chat are going to be like, Dan's game, or look at me like, Tooru, are you drinking? Like, but okay, I know it's a shambles of a game, so you don't need to tell me that, but there is a game, Cyberpunk 2077. At one point, once the game is fixed or once the game is actually complete, I know it came out a year ago, but it's not done yet, right? It's not done yet, guys. At some point, I do want to go back and actually give it a shot, right? Because there is elements of Cyberpunk 2077 which I think are done really, really well. And what elements of that game do I think are done well? Like the way it sort of tells a story. Right? Because the way that it tells its story is grab you into the dialogue and put you in like sort of real, I don't know, it's like the way that you interact in dialogue is very action oriented, is very sort of like realistic kind of, I don't know. Because if we take a look at how a lot of stories in games are organized, especially RPGs, especially like the BioWare style RPGs. What tends to happen is that, you have your dialogue as the player character, and then the opponent, your dialogue partner has their section of dialogue. So you basically sort of talk at each other. But one thing, and that's something that like MMOs have to do as well, just due to the nature, of their storytelling. But a game like Cyberpunk 2077 is very in the moment. So like there's a lot of movement. So there's a lot of walking as you talk. There's a lot of interruptions to the talking. There's a lot of actions that happen during the dialogue. And that's really, really cool. And that's something that a lot of MMOs just can't match, right? Simply because of the dedication of resources. It's not the fault of MMOs, but you need to have like a repeatable gameplay loop. And by investing so much into like the gameplay loop, investing so much into the breadth of the world, into the mechanics, into all of these sorts of things, and into the idea of like playing with other people, then that necessitates sacrifice in terms of how you tell your story. I know that there are some MMOs that actually do tell like a nice story in terms of, you know, the content. So we have games like Star Wars The Old Republic is an example I'm given quite often when I ask about it. And obviously there's Final Fantasy XIV, which is a critically acclaimed MMO and all of that sort of thing. But the way that they tell their stories is still very sort of rudimentary in terms of how they structure their cutscenes and how they structure player interaction. And that's just simply because of, you know, of technical limitations and focus limitations. Whereas a single player game can get away with like fully mocapped scenes, right? And, you know, more interjection in dialogue and elaborate dialogue systems, right? Because it's more of the focus of a single player game than it is for a massively multiplayer online game. So, you know, the MMOs, like they do a lot of things, but they're not necessarily the best at any specific thing. But what MMOs do have is put it all together into a big package where you can enjoy it with a large group of people. I know that there are looter shooters out there. I know that there are games out there with like the sort of end game loop that an MMO has. So your Destiny 2s, your Warframes, your Division 2s or whatever. Even games like Monster Hunter, right? Even games like Monster Hunter are like that as well. But what they don't have is the mass community thing, right? You can play Monster Hunter with your bros. You can play Deep Rock Galactic with your bros. You can play Destiny 2 with your bros. But there's only a limited amount of bros that you can actually play with. But with a game like Guild Wars 2, a game like World of Warcraft, I guess, a game like Final Fantasy, you can play with a lot of people and it really gives you the community feeling. And I do believe personally that having the online community feeling is actually something that a lot of people have been missing, as we have seen the sort of decline of like the local in real life communities, right? So like the local sports clubs, the local associations and that sort of thing, that has become a lot less prevalent in the world these days as we move towards online things, as we move towards interaction through social media and all of that sort of thing. And I believe that it's the one niche that MMOs do have over other genres of games that, you know, is not necessarily being leveraged. But in saying that, I do want to see if I can get into that kind of thing with Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I want to see if I can get into that sort of feeling again with Guild Wars 2 and see if in the year 2021 I can still enjoy, you know, open world casual guild content because I'm doing it with a large group of people instead of just being jaded and bitter and cynical and saying, oh, and these guys are plebs, they can't do good DPS, you know, because that's also another aspect that I feel is like a common cycle with the way people go through games. You go through a game, you know, approaching it earnestly, approaching it straightforwardly, and not really knowing what you're doing, but having a great time as you're doing it. And then once you get to the end of the game, you understand the mechanics, you understand how it works behind the scenes, you see how the sausage is made, and then you start to like optimize your playstyle. And then when you go back and talk to people that you played with when, you know, you were still learning how it's done, you feel different about it, right? It's hard to go back, but I want to see if I can do that, because I do believe personally, like the way that they handle the metas and all of that sort of thing, and I know I said this a lot, but it is so much fun and it is such a good de-stressor. And that's one of the things that I actually do want to do. That's one of the reasons why I do stream, right? Because look, I enjoy streaming, I enjoy the entertainment aspect, but it's also for me, you know? It's like, you know, like people will say like, oh, I stream for like my fans, or like I stream for my audience or whatever. And yeah, there's an element of that, right? I want to share my passions with people and I want to entertain people. I want to make sure that, you know, if people are having a bad day or if they're bored or, you know, if they want something to watch, you know, they come to my stream and they enjoy themselves, you know, they have a good time. But in saying that, it's also for me. It's also, oh, thank you. Thank you, Zetsu. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But it's also for me, right? Because like, look, all right? Look, as a turtle, you don't necessarily live an easy life. It takes you a long time to do anything, right? It takes you a long time to do anything, and especially if you deal with, annoying rabbits and hares and all of that. As you try and live your life, as you try and live your best life, you get made fun of a lot, and it's stressful, guys. It's stressful. There's a lot of pressure involved in being a turtle. And sometimes, you just want to do something where, you can just relax. You can sort of like unwind after a long day, after a slow day, and sort of enjoy yourself. And I do believe that MMOs represented a time in my life where I was able to do that with other people. And so I would like to, recreate that experience if it's possible. And as well, if I can recreate that experience, I want to share it with you guys. I want to share it with you guys, because I think that's entertaining. I don't know, maybe maybe you're watching and you're thinking, oh my god, this dumb turtle's just been talking about how he used to have friends 5 years ago and it's so boring. Maybe you guys are like that. I don't know. But for me, I feel like it's fun, and for me, I feel like, it's worthwhile content. And it's not the only content I'm going to do, mind you. Of course, I've got other stuff planned and other stuff that I want to do. But it is part of what I want to do, right? Because there are games, like, if you stream, there are games that represent a kind of filler game, right? Like a home game, if you will. And this is not necessarily just in streaming as well. This is just like if you're gaming in general, if you have like a sort of, withdrawn, introverted kind of personality, I guess, there are some games that act as like a home game or like a comfort game, right? Where, you can go through your backlog and, beat all of these other games, but there are certain games that you just really personally enjoy and that you like to play, whenever you're bored or whenever, you're not feeling all that great and, you just need something to calm down with. And so I've had a lot of games like that in the past. So a lot of them actually tend to be strategy games, right? So like the Total War games, I use that a lot with, like the Age of Wonders games. I used to do that a long time ago. And I think when I was a lot younger too, I used to play like the Knights of the Old Republic games quite a lot like that. So like I've played through KOTOR like 3 or 4 times and KOTOR 2 like 5 times or something like that. So, those sorts of games have been my comfort games in the past. But in the last few years, in the last, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I think Guild Wars 2 has been like my main comfort game. And so that's one of the reasons why I want to do that. Again, like I said, I don't want it to be, all of my content. I definitely don't want it to be the majority of my content even. However, I do want it to be a little bit part of it because again, I stream because I want to share my passions. And I also, I also want to have a good time for myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a selfish tuber. I'm a selfish VTuber. I do it for me. Okay. But all of that aside, I am going to hop off for the time being. Let's see, like, do we have anyone we can raid? Bonk, thanks for the bonk, JP. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the bonk. All right, so I think, I guess we can do it. I don't know, like, I raid Sophia a little bit too much, but I think we'll raid Sophia again tonight, guys. I think we'll raid Sophia again. So please go say hi. Name is Sophia Sapphire. She's a VTuber. She's Japanese, right? She's a Japanese VTuber, but she does a really good job of like trying to learn English, and I do think it's admirable, right? Okay, I do think it's admirable when, and it's very intimidating, right? When you're not like 100% proficient in another language, but you use streams. Sophia Sapphire, yes, Black Zetsu. Sophia Sapphire, I've rated her a couple of times. I like her content, but I think it's really, really admirable when you have a second language that you're trying to learn and you sort of like brute force your ability to speak it through a public medium like streaming. I think that's really admirable because it takes a lot of courage, and it's honestly something that I do not think that I could personally do myself, but the fact that there are other people that can do it and that do it, I think that's very cool. So please go say hello to Sophia. Would really appreciate it. Don't worry about a raid message or anything like that. I don't really care about raid messages or anything like that. I mean, at some point maybe I should start organizing raid messages, but it's not a big deal for me, to be honest. Just please go say hi and all of that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off for the time being. I want to thank everybody who came in, whether you were here for just one moment or whether you were here for the whole time, whether you were chatting the whole time or whether you were lurking, you know, it doesn't really matter. I really appreciate everybody. From Tooru to you, thank you. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I hope to see you all around next time. Oh, I guess I should mention, right? I should mention because my secret ending, oh no. Because I don't have a consistent schedule yet, I will go ahead and post like updates on whether I stream on the Bluebird site, right? On Twitter. So if you're looking forward to like another Tooru stream, and my next stream will probably be like Age of Empires 2 or Disco Elysium or that sort of thing. You know, if you want to get any updates, please do go visit my Twitter, because I will post any and all stream updates there before I go live. But yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Take care and see you around.